You are welcome to yet another episode of LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. We recently listened to R. Kelly speak out on the issue of the Bureau of Prisons officer who violated his rights by sharing his restricted prison phone calls and emails with vlogger Tasha K in an act of witness tampering. Considering this information was eventually shared with then defense witness Azriel Clary to win her over as the principal government witness that would help the prosecution take down the R&B King. While it is easy for many to ignore this for the prejudice they already have on R. Kelly, and to think he is guilty after all, imagining it's okay for BOP and DOJ officers to violate some of his basic human rights if that's what they have to do to take him down, the truth is rather different. In a prison phone call that followed the one we last discussed, R. Kelly was able to make known what this move by the government in conjunction with the BOP could mean if the authorities continue to ignore the illegalities it comes with. According to R. Kelly, if they choose to do nothing about this BOP officer, then they will be sending a message that what she did is okay. They will also be sending a message to internet bloggers and all BOP officers across the United States that it's okay to do this after all. Not forgetting that the actions of these government officials together with Tasha K all tantamount into witness tampering, creating two illegalities out of a single action. In R. Kelly's message to the government, he says there is only two ways to recruit a star witness. It can either be you pay them under the table, or you choose to do it the right way. Just like you want bribe players in the NFL to play for you and you have to draft them through the right channels, it's the same thing when it comes to a court case, R. Kelly added. You cannot have a tainted witness and a mad girlfriend who you have shown defendants restricted emails and turned her into this mad girlfriend, and think that you will use her to win a case against the defendant. Not only does this compromise her ability to speak the truth on the stand as a witness, but it's also illegal and unacceptable by law. R. Kelly believes that the jury wouldn't have moved the way they moved had they known about the abuse of the U.S. laws by the government together with the BOP officers. But this information was kept secret that even R. Kelly only got to learn about it when it was already too late to bring it up. By this time R. Kelly was already awaiting his sentencing and couldn't do much to turn things round. There is just no way the authorities would break the law in the name of taking down the R&B King, and it goes unpunished, this act of impunity. And speaking of the message the act of ignoring this BOP officer sends out, there are so many illegal moves the government has made that will leave you thinking OMG, this is going to mislead many people. The decision by Judge Ann Donnelly alone to have R. Kelly pay exorbitant restitutions to his accusers in tunes of hundreds of thousands of dollars has been described as killer poison for the young women out there, who may now believe that it's a shortcut to prosperity, targeting rich celebrities and later blackmailing them for a killing. It's important for us not to forget that many of these young women were deployed by their parents thanks to the text message evidence to prove this, with the purpose of enticing R. Kelly to get him sexually involved with them, and instructed by the same parents to take as many pictures as possible which they could use in case they needed to blackmail him. Here is a recap.
When I first met Robert, my parents told me to lie about my age. So when I met him, he thought that I was 18. On top of that, when I was 17, my parents were actually making me, trying to get me to take photos with him, take sexual videos with him. And they said because if they ever have to blackmail him, what they're trying to do now, they can use it against him, which is exactly what they're doing.
Granting such women restitutions like Judge Ann Donnelly did in a way makes young women believe that the parents' sinister plans actually worked, and that they managed to take home a bounty to share with their daughters, which only destroys our societal values the more. Charging him for the older women like Faith Rogers also brings the adult women to speed, thinking they can walk out of relationships with a killing if their man is a celebrity like R. Kelly, and this is going to destroy the institution of marriage even more. During this phone call, R. Kelly compares the BOP situation with a bunch of federal agents who break into a house and find a bunch of drug dealers counting billions of dollars worth of cash with cocaine on a round table but without a search warrant. The case would be dismissed because the law just doesn't tolerate breaking the law as a way to keep it. According to the R&B King, in this case we have an illegal action, a confession and evidence. The search warrant issued indicates there was probable cause, And Tasha K made sure to confess she actually had a hand in this. I thought no one was above the law, for that is what I always heard growing up, but then, if this one BOP officer broke the law and she is on early retirement while I am lying here in prison, then this is highly questionable, R. Kelly concluded. According to Maxima, I actually did watch the video and was touched when R. Kelly broke down, saying he no longer cares much about his music anymore and only wants his freedom back for now. There is no way R. Kelly would ever give up his gift for anything else, but to learn that it's come to this makes me not only sad but also disappointed in my government, which has exposed itself for what it's capable of. The government has simply shown us that when it's after a citizen, there are simply no boundaries. They will not hesitate to break the laws of this country just to make sure they get you behind bars. The level of impunity we have seen throughout this sensitive case against R. Kelly has been beyond the known boundaries. If anyone thought there are corrupt governments out there, try the United States federal system and you will learn what true corruption is. Meanwhile, as we advocate for R. Kelly's release and rights to be respected, the same government is playing a deaf ear and instead pushing for his accumulated royalties to be cashed out and split among these women they worked with to get him locked up. I did not think that some individuals were this powerful enough to make the US government get out of its way to harass a man to this extent, while breaking the hearts of millions around the world who clearly know the truth of this matter. It's no wonder someone here once referred to our government as a mercenary for hire. More like the Wagner group in Russia, who are deployed to kill people for a pay. It's a shame on the United States of America. According to Tamika, this country sucks. Whether R. Kelly gets out or not, his reputation has already been badly ruined. We hope he will be able to get back on his feet and do what he does best. And that is sing great songs, for we promise to listen no matter what. R. Kelly should not allow these malicious accusers to suck life out of him. They want him to commit suicide, which he won't do. We are here for you and waiting for the day you will be free again. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.